What's up, fellow Wolfpack members? This is your coach, Jonathan Cox, and I'm just here today to give a shout out to some of the members of our awesome pack who have done some amazing stuff this week. So shout out to Patty Morton for being consistent with her Tai Chi and her combat programs this week. I know you've got a lot going on, so good job. Stephanie Guerrero and David Guerrero, congrats for starting on P90X3 this week and for taking it on vacation with you. That is awesome. Good job, guys. James and Cindy Runyon, shout out to you guys for starting P90X this week as well, specifically P90X3. And James Runyon is a machine. Congrats, man, for being so consistent with your workouts. That is awesome. Alexis, shout out to you, man, for staying with the fight. I know that P90X is not the cardio fest that you're used to with Insanity, but I'm really proud of you for sticking with it. Even though it's resistance training and has a lot of wacky Kempo and stuff like that, it's going to be worth it for you, man. Karen Force, shout out to you for starting your Beachbody journey this week with T25 and for doing an awesome job with your nutrition from what I hear. Really enjoyed having you in the group so far. You've been very encouraging to your fellow pack members. Awesome job. And for Sean Ferguson, my boy Sean Ferguson, we've been friends a long time, man. Great job for keeping the winning streak alive with P90. I know you've got like a million things going on. Sean's an amazing artist and illustrator, and his work is desired the world over. So awesome job, dude. So let's take a moment to talk nutrition this week. Are you eating clean? And what that means is you're not eating high fructose corn syrup, no fast food garbage, you're avoiding pop, you're avoiding white sugar, white flour, you're eating your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're eating your snacks. So rather than eating 3 really big meals a day, or some people even eat 1 really big meal a day, you're eating 5 or 6 medium-sized meals. What that means calorically is that your snacks are maybe 100 to 300 calories and your breakfast, lunch, and dinner are 300 to 600 calories each. Make sure that your last meal of the day is 3 hours before you go to bed. If you eat later than that, what happens is that you don't have enough time to burn it off. So you start digesting, and then you go to sleep, and since you're digesting as you sleep, that disrupts your sleep cycles, so you'll wake up a little bit less rested than you would be if you'd waited for a longer period of time before going to bed. It also means that if you're training really hard, you know, we'll all get really super hungry. You'll get late night munchies. And when I first started training about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, on P90X, I was working harder than I had ever worked out in my life. And the result was that I was hungrier than I'd ever been in my life. And I didn't expect that. But Arnold Schwarzenegger actually has a quote where he said, "I've learned to embrace that hunger because it means that I'm growing. It means that my body is building new muscle, and I love that feeling." So the key is to harness that feeling of hunger and to use that as an indicator that you're doing a great job rather than being a slave to it and just eating every time you're hungry. When you're training this hard, you're going to be hungrier than you can actually fill by eating. So you could eat a gigantic meal and that hunger would stay there. So just make sure that if you do get the late night munchies and you feel like you absolutely have to have a snack, and let's face it, I've been there plenty of times myself, you do something that's rich in protein. So examples of that would be Shakeology. You could make a half of a Shakeology shake. So sometimes before bed, what I'll do is I'll make a half chocolate Shakeology and I'll put some PB2 in it, which is that powdered peanut butter that has like 70% of the fat extracted from it, so it's just mostly protein. And that's really good. Or you can do something like low-fat cottage cheese. And low-fat cottage cheese contains a protein called casein, and casein is a very slow-burning protein. It burns probably like 2 or 3 times slower than proteins that you would find in meat and so on. And so when you have casein in your system, it takes hours and hours to digest. So rather than that being converted to fat as you sleep, it's used to rebuild muscle, and you're still kind of digesting it a little bit when you wake up. So you have some energy first thing in the morning, since that's still in your system, and it's slowly releasing blood sugar from your liver and kidneys and all that good stuff. So if you eat late night snacks, choose something like Shakeology or low-fat cottage cheese, or you can even do a handful of almonds. And almonds actually stimulate the production of serotonin and I believe tryptophan, and both of those things are responsible for putting you into a restive state. So a small handful of almonds is a good choice as well. And sometimes I'll actually drop some almonds into my Shakeology before I sleep and just kind of chop them up because I like the crunchy texture that they add to my protein shake. If you are not taking supplements, I would highly recommend that you take at least a multivitamin. It's kind of like insurance for your diet. It fills in vitamins and minerals that you might not be getting from your normal cuisine, your meals throughout the day. I highly recommend Shakeology. Jess and I have been taking that for almost 2 years now. And Shakeology just has 70 different superfoods. It antioxidizes, it helps with your digestion, it has good protein in it, and so on and so forth. You can buy that at teambeachbody.com. I also recommend a high quality fish oil, which is good for your brain. And you can't actually process certain vitamins that are fat based unless you have good quality fats in your diet. So fish oil is a great source of that. In addition to fish oil, other great sources of fat would be walnuts or olive oil. Those are both rich in omega fatty acids, which are essential fatty acids for what our body needs to do throughout the day. So regenerating soft tissues, brain function, all that good stuff. Super Suma is made from suma root. Super Suma is also available on teambeachbody.com. And Super Suma is suma root is a root that stimulates the production of testosterone and progesterone. And testosterone is the hormone in guys, of course, that is responsible for building up some nice strong muscle and libido and all that good stuff. And progesterone does that in women. So Super Suma is just a natural, healthy way to keep your hormone production high. And for guys, after you're 30 years old, you really need to start supplementing testosterone. It will help with anti-aging. It'll help to keep your muscle density higher. Women after age 35, that's really when hormone production becomes kind of the same issue that it is for guys after age 30. So Super Suma is a good choice for naturally supplementing your hormones rather than just going out and buying testosterone. You don't really know where it's manufactured or what it's made from, all that good stuff. I also take the Results in Recovery formula after a particularly taxing cardio workout. I don't do it after stuff like yoga usually. Results in Recovery formula is also a Team Beachbody product, and it is high in dextrose and maltodextrin, which are two sugars that readily convert to blood sugar. So after you work out, your blood sugar levels are dramatically depleted and you'll crash. So what Results in Recovery formula does is it keeps your blood sugar levels consistent so that you don't crash as hard after your workouts. And they also have some things in there like creatine, taurine, and vitamin B. And all of those things essentially help to reduce soreness in your muscles. So after you've worked out really hard, 2 days after that, you'll be like, oh, sore all over. And this helps to reduce that and that crash. So that's it for this time, Wolves. I just wanted to tell you that I'm so proud to have each of you in the group. All of you have been great contributors, great encouragers to your fellow pack members, and I'm just proud to be running with all of you. So please remember, if you have any questions on nutrition, on fitness, you can message me, you can message any of the other coaches in the channel at any time. Jessica Cox is one, Stephanie Guerrero, Cindy Runyon, Patty Cox Morton. Those are all coaches, and we're all kind of at different fitness levels, different walks of life, different ages, different genders. So there's someone for everyone. And if you have any questions on your fitness or nutrition, speak to us. And if you need any supplements, please go to teambeachbody.com to order your programs and supplements. That you'll get high quality stuff there. That's where I order all of my stuff. But in addition to that, it also helps your coaches out. And that's what allows us to take the time to create videos like this and be a part of the group and stuff like that. And so thank you all so much. Keep working hard, keep bringing it, and I will see you next week. Bye.